Good morning, good people, and everybody else. Today, what is today? August 6th. I'm determined to make a crappie video for you. I have fished this lake for crappie all summer. Catching always, if I come here 8 in the morning until 2-3 p.m., I'll catch 30 crappie. Nothing crazy, but enough crappie to make a video. But it has been not good circumstances for video. Like, I already know what's gonna happen today also, but I'm gonna make a video anyway. But I'm gonna catch 3 or 4 crappie out of this spot. Then I'll move over a little bit to the next kind of shallow point in the deep, if that makes sense. I'm looking for shallow points close to the deep main channel, and there is all kind of little fish there. I hop from point to point, and every place is like 3, 4, 5 fish, and then I have to change the scenery again and catch 3, 4 fish again. The other thing I don't like for videos is this offshore scenery. I see people don't like offshore scenery. It doesn't matter if I'm catching fish or not, it's just not cool. When you fish close to the bank is so beautiful. Here, what are you gonna look at, the dirty water? I understand it's not beautiful, but hey, I haven't made any crappie videos recently, so I think you will tolerate this one. Water temps, there's a couple of fish underneath me. I promise you, this is a yellow bass. See how there is a little like a drop off here? There will be a few fish on this drop off. Water temps are 82 degrees. That's on the surface. But okay, we're gonna start. What else can you fish? The water is too dirty and it's too deep for a trout magnet. I'm gonna get rained, I know, but in the summer it's not dangerous. This jig head I used for, it's too short of a shank for kayak, but I used for something else and it's tied on. And I don't have a perfect jig for kayak. I don't think I have seen a perfect jig for kayak. I think I know what a perfect kayak jig needs, and of course I'm gonna make one next year. I don't know when. I'm really behind with everything. I would never imagine it takes so many little steps to do anything. Anyway, that's about 3-minute intro. Let's start fishing kayak. I mean offshore, 20 feet deep. What else are you gonna fish? A 2-inch kayak with a 2-gram head. That's what I do. I still use 2.1 pound line though. 2.1 pound line, and I have a 4 pound leader here. Look, I have not even 2 feet of leader. Just for abrasion from the teeth of the fish, because I know I'm gonna get tangled with 1 or 2 channel catfish. Uh-oh, yeah. Ooh. Now, lightning is not something I'm fond of. Lightning is, yeah. I can take a little rain. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Let's start casting to this little ledge here. Try to catch a few crappie. I kept a few crappie last time I was here. You saw me catching crappie then, but I didn't make a video because it was so chopped up. I didn't have a single coherent story. I don't like to show people one fish here, one fish there without a single coherent story. Oh, folks, this does not sound good. Now I understand why there was no other boats on the boat ramp. Gosh dang it, this doesn't sound good, folks. Should I run to the bridge instead? I don't want to take the boat out. I think I'll run to that bridge over there. When it starts raining though, maybe I should go there now. Oh, there is one fish, and it feels gentle when you just listen to the drag. You can tell it's a crappie just by the drag. Crappie is such a gentle creature. Not like these jerks, the yellow bass. Yellow bass are such jerks. One crappie. Let's see if we can catch 30 crappie today. Like I told you. Okay. And I didn't even feel a thump. It started to get heavy. But listen to this drag. So gentle. That's a crappie. By the way, I did treat the drag of the Daiwa Presso with my grease. It's not necessary on the Presso. Presso is good enough, in my opinion. But if you watch my videos, you'll see in some videos my Presso is jerky, and in some videos it's very smooth. That's because originally I didn't treat them, and I'm still showing videos from May when I was fishing for bluegill beds. Back then my reels were not treated with grease. Now I treated everything with my grease because my grease just slows down everything. I called it anti-surge, and that grease is anti-surge. I just don't know a better, not just a better, but I don't know another anti-surge grease. Looks like all other greases on the market are designed to protect your drag, if anything to make it surge more. Only my grease stops surge. Alright, we're up to 2 crappie. The road to 30 crappie is pretty long. I was wrong though. I thought I had a 2-gram jig head, but it's 1.5 grams, so I'm gonna have to cut this video a lot because I'm gonna have to wait for this to sink like 12-13 seconds. 1.5 grams is just not enough to sink a 2-inch Kitek 20 feet deep. There's another gentle crappie. And this is, by the way, the 6'1" Daiwa Presso Air AGS. This is the most, I don't know if any of you bought this rod. You guys are not attracted to slow action rods. This is the most parabolic rod that I know. All of the Presso rods are kind of parabolic. Even the float rods are very parabolic. This is, by the way, 10.5-inch crappie. Just want to measure 1, 2, because I know they look small. They all look so small on these offshore videos. I'll measure the next one. Gotta be more careful with this crappie jumping out of my hands. Second tap, third tap, and a wait. That's how crappie fishing goes. Tap, tap, and then heavy. Here's another gentle fish. Crappie number 4. Ow! Line snapped. Line snapped, folks. Boat lifting a crappie. Did you hear it? And it snapped very high. It snapped from where the kink on the guide happens. I'm gonna still count this crappie though. I wanna get to 40 crappie today, one way or another. So I'm gonna count how many crappie I caught, not how many I landed. Do you know why this happened? Now when you're retying, cut another 2-3 feet of line. It happened because I don't use this rod very much, and it sits in the wherever it sits with the line bent here on the first guide on 180 degrees. And polyester line is not like the line is kinked right here at the guide. And polyester line is not like nylon. Nylon is very soft and elastic and you can bend it. It's not a big deal. But polyester line, when you kink it, it's like kinking plastic. You already, if you kink it good, there is no recovery. It's already compromised. But give me a couple minutes to retie here. I will tie 2 feet of leader again and get back to fishing. I see some old baits lying around here. This bait is 2 weeks old, but I don't throw them out. I put them in my little tray here and I just simply use them another time. For example, at the end of the day when I'm leaving, this is another bait that I really like. I've told you before. It's similar to Kitek. Kitek, for some reason, I don't know, I like it a little bit more than this. But this is the Berkeley Power Bait Swimmer. And this Power Bait Swimmer is just smells even better than the Kitek. It smells so organic. It has a little kick. And when you fish 20 feet deep, I don't know, anything with tail, people tell me, have you tried this, have you tried that? I don't need to try stuff that looks the same, folks. I can give you credit. It takes a lot to excite me these days. Why should I try another plastic swim bait that looks the same? When I see the profile, I know how it will swim. I know how it will swim. So I don't need to try everything. It takes a lot these days to get me to try something new. I don't even want to buy one pack to try it. See, tap right away. Here it is. Yeah, this is one of the 3 swim baits I recommended. The Berkeley Power Bait Swimmer, or whatever it's called, the 2-inch, the Kitek, and the Charlie Brewer. I'm gonna count this as Crappie number 5. This is 10.5 inch, maybe 10 3/4, maybe 11 inch crappie. I'm gonna measure just this one. 11 1/4. Can you believe that? This little fish, if I didn't tell you, maybe I can stretch it even to 11.5, but safely 11 1/4. Okay, 5 crappie, and let's get to 30 crappie today. So far we lost 1 jig. Let's see how many jigs I'm gonna lose. There's another gentle tap. I love gentle tap. The only thing that would make it better is a little bit more weight after the tap. This is gonna be crappie number 6. We'll see how many actual keepers I catch today. So far nothing. I had 111 1/4, which in Tennessee I really don't want to keep 11 1/4. In Illinois I'd be happy with that, but not in Tennessee. Even in this lake where the fish are very small, all fish are very small here. Catching an 8-inch bluegill on this lake is like a trophy bluegill. And on other lakes it's just average. I don't know why all fish are so small here. I think I want to blame the yellow bass. This lake is, one wise old man once told me, Victor, he said, I don't like that lake. It's chock full of yellow bass. That's exactly what he said. Victor, he said, that lake is chock full of yellow bass. I was like, Randy, what does chock full of something mean? I still don't know He didn't tell me what chock full of something means. But folks, I'm here to confirm to you, this lake is chock full of yellow bass. You saw me in another video catching yellow bass one after the other on empty jig head. This yellow bass, once you're not gonna catch them on empty. It was this exact jig head actually. This is another 11-incher, I think. On another lake, Marrowbone Lake, there is not that many there, and they get to 10, 11. I've caught a 12-inch yellow bass on Marrowbone Lake that I thought I had a striper. The first 5 seconds, it took like 15 feet of line. So they can be good fighters, but not if the lake is chock full of them. If the lake is chock full of them, then the average size is like a 6-incher. Now they just poke your gloves full of holes for nothing. This lake has some black-nosed crappie that I think are just natural, organic black nose, because they're not big. And as far as I know, the black nose does not reproduce. They're put by TWRA so you can catch big crappie, because they don't reproduce. You don't get as many. That's 11-incher. Look, black nose, but it's not big. I don't know if it's even 11. Let me just bump him. It looks more stocky and short. Stop. Yeah, he's 11. Look, this is 11. He's 11. See? The Berkeley powerbait swimmer. No difference than Kitek in summer situations. We're on the bottom now. So that's a good tap. That is a good tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, wait. Listen to this drag, man. I love slow clicking drag. It just tells me I am ready. Slow clicking drag is like the sound of diesel. The sound of diesel engine, it does something to my brain. I can listen to the sound of diesel engine when I'm falling asleep. The sound of diesel engine, folks, tells me that you have some industrial capacity available just for you. Makes me feel so good. It makes me feel like everything is fine. We are working with some reliable industrial capacity equipment. This one is 11.5, I promise you. Just take my word. I'm too tired to measure them. The sound of diesel. You just feel so safe. That's exactly how it makes me feel. The sound of diesel makes me feel safe. And the sound of slow clicking drag also makes me feel safe, because it tells me that the tension on the drag is right on the edge. If you're not hearing a couple of clicks during the fight, you really don't know if your drag is over tightened. You don't know that. It might be over tightened. And sometimes you say, why would it be over tightened if I didn't touch the knob? Because if the drag hasn't released a line in some time, it becomes sticky for just the first kind of push. It's a little bit sticky. I don't know. I like to hear a few slow clicks during the retrieve, during the fight. It tells me that the drag is right on the edge. It's right on the edge. If the fish makes a little run, it will pay line. There is one. just to check them out. Yeah, it is crappie. Well, I'm gonna count you as crappie number 11. Interesting. Should I jig some more? Vertical jigging usually is... Vertical jigging is, I'm just gonna go say it even though people don't believe it, but for me, it's no good. Vertical jigging is... The swim bait, I don't care how deep you fish, should be moved horizontally, parallel to the bottom. Up and down doesn't really work for crappie. You're gonna catch some fish for sure, but it's always better if you move it horizontal. There's one more. You're gonna be number 12, buddy. And I'm gonna bolt flip you. Man, he's a little too big to be bolt flipped. But bolt flip him, we did. Go Berkeley. Bolt flip him, we did. I'm actually maybe gonna keep this guy. He's so fat and chunky. He's not even, yeah, he's 11 exactly, but he's so much fatter than the rest. I'm gonna keep this guy. See how many. It's strange the appeal of crappie. You want some booty. I had 11 and a quarter and I let him go because he looked so skinny. If you're gonna keep a crappie, you want some booty. You on the bottom yet, folks? It's 20 feet deep here. Even with 2-gram head, it takes a long time. Man, these fish are not crappie. I don't know. Jack this one pretty hard. See what it is. Whoa, it is crappie. It is a good crappie. It is a good crappie. What am I talking about? Why did I miss so many of them? He's about to explode. He's trying to explode. I'm gonna net and harvest this bad boy here. Too late for you, buddy. That fish is gonna cluck. If he doesn't jump out, he is every bit of 12 inches. This is fish number 13. And I'm holding him tight. As you saw me, I'm not even gonna measure him. He is good. This is a good crappie right here. White crappie. Okay, he's going in the live well. Number 13 went in the live well. Okay, if we can get 2 more, that's enough for, even 2 fish is enough. My wife doesn't mind cleaning just 2 fish and cooking just 2 fish. And I don't mind either, because I don't want to store them in the freezer and take space and then defrost them. They don't taste the same. And the kids still, they will taste it, they will try it, but they don't eat fish. Even I don't eat a lot of fish. Are we on the bottom? See all these little nips? This is not crappie. I don't set the hook on the little nips. When I feel the weight, that's a snag, folks. No, it came off. It was a snag, but it came off. But now you can still catch fish. I have not given up on catching fish on this cast. Told you. And this fish is crappie. He's gentle. It's hard to keep them pinned with this polyester line. I don't know if I've told you, but for swim bait, the perfect line for me is fluorocarbon. He is edible. He is 11 inches and fat. But I already have 2 keepers. I must be on the bottom by now. Nip. Now we're waiting. They started nipping. Now we're waiting for the weight. Is it weight already? I don't know. Yeah. Listen to this drag. Which presso out of the box has this kind of drag? That's another fish that I shouldn't flip, but I will. He's 11 inches too. But yeah, I have enough. It's number 16. Okay. We connected with something. Gosh dang it. Switching to Kitech and heavier jig head. After a bunch of casts with nothing, folks. Heavier jig head. It's just easier to run it on the bottom. That's a good crappie. Number 16. It's just, you know, with the 1.5 gram lead, you start to run, it goes up very fast. Then you have to stop again. But you can run with the same speed. It's just not physically possible. I don't like to run my Kitechs too slow. I don't know if I have told you. I don't like to run them too slow. I have seen nothing good come out of running a Kitech too slow. Even Kitech, as realistic as it is, you don't want them staring at the lure all day. If you're driving slow, don't stop. There is, do you want it or not? If you want it, eat it, otherwise leave it alone. I don't want them investigating all day. There's one. This one feels steady. Not very heavy, but steady, so at least it's a crappie. Yep, it is a crappie. I don't know what this boat over there is doing. Is he stuck? Does he need help? He's just been sitting on one place and forcing the engine. I'm gonna lose this crappie anyway. He's hooked like outside of the lip or something. I don't want to drop them on the bottom. It would be good to have the net lean on something. When they're on the bottom, they can use, I told you, it will come off right away. Number 17. You know, the crappie in this lake last year used to be all 9 inchers. This year they are all 10 inchers. Are we gonna have a bunch of 11 inchers next year? Also, talking about that kind of crap, the first year I fished here, the bluegill were 7.5, and I was expecting some 9-inch bluegill, but instead of 9-inch bluegill, this year the population dropped down to 6. There is one. I think this fish will take us to 18. This one might not be crappie. It is crappie, white crappie, more aggressive. Are we gonna land this fish? He's barely hooked. If I land him, I might keep him. He looks really long. Oh yeah, Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me keep him in the net. Yeah, this fish is gonna keep. Interesting. The biggest crappie of the day right at noon. Let's not lose this fish, eh? Let's not lose this fish. This fish is 13, folks. Let me show you. And folks, this fish is 13 inches. How about that, huh? This fish is 13 inches. You know where he's going. He's going in the live well. I do not feel guilty harvesting a 13-inch fish out of this lake. Folks, in July. Oh, this is August. Already it's August. This is not a bedding fish. It's not spawning fish. And in Tennessee, 13 inches are actually not that rare. In Illinois, it's very rare, but here they're not that rare. For example, if you want to protect the good genes in the lake, I would say put an upper limit of 13 inches for harvesting. So anything over 13 inches must be released. That's what I would do. That's another good crappie, man. This one is black, but he is good. Is he 18 or 19? That's a good... Oh my God. Came off the jig head, but in the net. Where's my jig head? Didn't break it, is it? Yeah, he's in the net. And he's very nice. He's very nice. But I already have 3 keepers. I might keep one more, but not this. Lean into it. Is this my number 20? Let me put some power into this fish. I think we set the hook good by now. Oh my God, he's about to jump again. No. Stay pinned. He's a good white crappie. Good white crappie. Stay pinned. Stay pinned. Right in the nostrils. He's gonna jump one more time. Look at him, look at him. He's gonna jump. Or did you eat enough air already? He might be just ready for assistance. Lopa. Okay, I'm gonna keep this fish too. He's a healthy 12-incher. Healthy 12-incher, I would say. No need to measure, but we've got 12. Healthy 12-incher. Maybe I will let go one of the... Yeah, we'll do that. Let's let go one of these 11-inchers. I'm gonna let go this 11-incher, folks. He's still kicking, look. The reason I didn't abandon this spot is it's 1 o'clock, 1:30. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Tell me. To catch crappie in the middle of the day. This one feels very steady. Very steady. Now he will live. This one is number 21. He will live. He is just... He might not live. He might not live. I don't know if he's gonna live. Let me take a look. He is not very long, but very fat. And I do have appetite for one more fish. No, he's gonna live. He's gonna live. He's 11 1/4 and fat. There's gotta be a few more crappie left there. Tap. Second. Tap. Lean into it. I got him hooked good. I don't want him on the surface too early. Now this one I don't care. This one is small. Now the small one, of course, is not gonna come off. He got hooked deep into the nose. He got hooked deep into the nose. Number 24. I don't have enough gap hook, but the hook is too small. Lean into it. It's a crappie. It's a crappie. It's a crappie and might even be a keeper. No! Wow, this fish fought so well. This fish fought so well. I mean, he's a big, fat 11 black crappie. But he got me confused. I was thinking that's at least a 12. Hey, was this 25? I think it's 25. Lean into it. This might be number 26. Sounds like a number 26, yeah. This is number 26. He's barely hooked, but he's too small for me to care. He broke off my jig head, the leader, but he's too small, and I'll retire. I should have retired anyway. He's about 10 and a half, 11. Somebody grabbed him. I just don't know how many crappies left here. There is fish here. I like to lean into them. If you're wondering why am I leaning like this, because if I'm mistaken and there is no fish, the jig is still down there in the red zone, and I can get a second chance of a catch. If I set the hook vertically up, it'll be so far from the bottom, it will never again get back in the red zone in this same cast. Now, this fish here is very, very nice. This fish is going home with me. Whoa, he is nice, folks. He is one of these fish that make your saliva start to drool. He is a dandy. No. He is a dandy, folks. He is a fat 12. He is a fat 12, folks. He's an absolute dandy. And he's keeper number 4. And I believe we got 4 12s. And that, my friends, is a good harvest. Come on, that's still not a crappie tap. Come on, that's not a crappie. Is this a crappie? I think I had that fish, but it wasn't a crappie, and I didn't want to set the hook on a non-crappie fish. Now this here is a crappie. He sounds like a crappie, no? This is number 29, folks. Oh! Folks, don't do what I do. Do what I tell you, not what I do. It snapped from the knot. Snapped from the knot from a probably not even 1 pound fish. Probably not even 1 pound fish. But we're counting him 29. We're gonna get to 30 today one way or another. 30 fish, not landed, but hooked. Let's go tie a new leader and everything else. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't know if this was a crappie. It pulled a little too jerky. But I'm gonna treat it as a crappie. It is a crappie. He shook it off. Fish number 30. He shook it off. Look how much gap I have. Still not good enough. He shook it off. Alright folks, let's catch a few extra fish. Let's catch a few extra fish. Tap. Lean into it. He's not very big, but he's a crappie. If he's not big means we're gonna catch him. Or not. I don't know if we're gonna catch him. It's about to explode. It's about to explode and he's right in the tooth. He's small though. Okay, you can let go now. He's decent. He's not flippable. Not with my tackle anyway. Oh. Oh wait. What I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, this doesn't feel like a catfish unless it's very small. A lot of head shakes. Ah! Was starting to wander all day with no funny. Oh, it was catfish. Okay. It was catfish for sure. Bring this slime all the way up. Got you. You think you're a big player. Right in the nostril. I think he's properly hooked though. Well, you sir are number 31. Depending on what we're counting. But I did have 31 of you on the hook at one point of time. Full of eggs, very fat. I can feel something in his belly. Here's number 32. If he, man, he's hooked really right on the edge. But if he didn't shake it off so far, it is very fat and very nice. He is harvestable. Totally harvestable, but he is very nice. But we got 4 keepers already. Alright folks, one last crappie. Got you. Got him folks, this is a crappie. For sure, not only that, but he feels nice. It's a white crappie, that's why. It's a white crappie number 33. Are we gonna land the very last crappie of the day? Oh my god. He let go of my jig head. I'm gonna let him go anyway. You know, you try to let him go, but it doesn't work. but you try to harvest him and they will spit the hook 5 out of 5 times. Changing the color to just a different color, because these fish saw the Kaitik 100 times. Here is a little, how big do you think this crappie is? He's tiny, but just look at this fish is 11 inches. Do you believe this? One guy one time told me this is the smallest 11 incher I've ever seen. What do you want me to tell you? Look at 11. This crappie is 11 inches. Safely. And I agree, it is very small. But a lot of these fish, almost all of these fish were 10 inches or up. Actually pretty good average size for Illinois. For Illinois, 10 inches, way above average. But folks, I think this will give you a pretty good idea of what summer fishing is. It's not beautiful. You're sweating your ass offshore. Sometimes you have very hot streaks. It seems like fish after fish on the video. It was not, folks. I caught 33 crappie. Well, I didn't land them, but you know what I mean. I had 33 crappie on the line. Let me look at the time. I'll tell you exactly what time it is right now. 3:07, folks. I was on the water 7:07. This is 8 hours. 8 hours of fishing for 33 crappie. And I caught a bunch of other fish too. At least 33 yellow bass, maybe 10 bluegill, 1 channel catfish that I missed. But it's very slow. But you can still catch fish, especially if you only want like 3 or 4 keepers for your family, which don't keep 15 keepers, okay? If I see a video where you kept 15 fish and you tell me that's for your church, you had a fish fry, I don't care for your church. What about, I can say, for my town or for my country and harvest everything? Don't keep more than what you can eat and tell me it's for your church. So yeah, this is a good example of summer crappie fishing. 5 or 6 jig heads lost, but it's just not very beautiful. If you fish even for bass and you flip this brush on the bank, beautiful scenery. When you catch a fish, it's kind of exciting. Zzz. Here it's not exciting, and you catch 5 fish, you gotta run to another spot. 5 fish there, you gotta run to another spot. And this offshore scenery is just exhausting and not exciting. But I don't know how long this video is, but I'm sure it's pretty long. If anybody watched it all the way to the end, I'm very thankful. Yeah, that's the end of this one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.